As a true Parkside fan, I had to buy this Fan Edition folding knife that was available this week in Lidl. According to the package, it has an 8cm blade and a 20cm overall length. The blade is made of high quality stainless steel. We'll see about that later. It was made by Delta Sport Handles Contour in China. The knife itself looks similar to the classic green line of Parkside tools. It has plenty of black rubber overmolds that provide a great grip. The blade is laser etched with some information about the manufacturer, but no mention of the steel type, unfortunately. A bit of a letdown is the fact that there is no way to open it with one hand. The red button seems to be just a lock that prevents the blade to open accidentally. The shape of this knife was the first thing that made me want to buy it. I really like the way it looks, and the fact that it is so classic Parkside. Here you can see how the lock works, but also the fact that they only used metal lining in the hinge area. The rest of the handle is plain plastic, and some people on Facebook raised concerns that it might snap in use, especially as the plastic ages. It also seems to be just plain plastic without glass fibre reinforcement like the tools have. Will it snap in time? Who knows? Anyway, let's check the dimensions. The blade is 8cm long. The handle is 12cm, giving an overall length of 20cm. The blade is 2.3mm thick and 23mm in the widest point. The handle is 15mm thick and 22mm tall. Overall, it sits very well in my hand, but the handle might be a bit thin for someone with larger hands. One thing I wanted to point out about the stainless steel blade is that my particular knife seems to have a rust spot in the fingernail slot. Another minor inconvenience is that the back of the blade is ground to sharp corners. This might be uncomfortable in some use cases, but it can be easily fixed with some sandpaper. They can also prove useful if you want to use a magnesium rod to start a campfire. But when wood carving, your thumb pushes exactly on the sharp corners. On a positive side, it seems to cut wood just fine, right out of the box. Now let's do the classic paper test. As you can see, it came pretty sharp from the factory. Only time will tell how long it can keep its edge. Another minor thing worth mentioning is that it has no sharpening notch on the blade. But overall, I really like this knife, its classic Parkside design and the way it sits in the hand. And for the €4 I paid for it, I am really happy with my purchase.